Vintage Swap Meet. It's your boy Jason, B-Mac here. They call me B-Mac. Call me J1, it don't matter. Don't matter. Welcome to the DFW Vintage Swap Meet. Check out some stuff that we got here. I'll catch you at the next show.
Yep, next show, November 11th, 11/11. Don't forget the date. We're gonna have more vendors from all over Texas. We have vendors that might come from Oklahoma. You know, we already have more, you know, coming from all over the South.
All over.
We have a guest from New York this time, so we're only getting bigger, you know. Thanks to you guys. Thanks for the support. Everything y'all do, vendors, guests, y'all make it possible. Without y'all, we're nothing.
Thrift Amigos, we out.
Thrift Amigos, yeah, we out of here. All right.
Basically, I like old stuff. When I was in middle school when the Cowboys were winning all the championships, and so I like all the old Cowboys gear. Big sports fan, so I just like collecting the old gear I had when I was in junior high school. Anything that looks cool, I like to pick up. So wear what I can fit into and sell and trade the rest.
Gotcha. So most of this stuff that you got, you just kind of picked up. It wasn't like you just thrifted everything.
Yeah. So I've been thrifting since I was probably a sophomore in high school, which is 94. When most of these kids weren't even born yet.
Yeah.
So I've been doing it forever, and then lived in Chicago for a couple of years. While I was looking for a job, I did it part time, and then I turned it into a full time thing, and then I moved back down here and kind of kept it going.
Our page is Longhorn_vintage at Instagram. My name's Joey, this is Denby. I've been thrifting for about 2.5 years. Ever since I was little, my mom would always take me to garage sales, estate sales, thrift stores, all sorts of places like that. Didn't start getting into collecting until about 2-3 years ago.
And yeah, I mean, I've been thrifting my whole life just because my parents didn't have like much money growing up. So that's where we'd go for clothes and just stuff like that. And I just really got into it when I was like 16. I started collecting a lot of sports, vintage wear, and it just became into like kind of a business. Now we have our like a storage unit full of all our clothes and where we sell our stuff.
Okay. Dope. So, do you guys have like any special like pieces that you guys like have on display, or anything notable y'all want to talk about?
Well, we have a lot of like expensive band tees, like really rare, or like rap tees. It's just like really popular right now, in, like the culture right now.
Like the all over prints we have, just like the more rare rap tees to like Nirvana tees, the more popular stuff which are on our walls right now.
Okay. All right.
Okay. And yeah, we work out of a storage unit. We do by appointment. Just message us, call us through our Instagram at Longhorn_vintage.
Thank you.
Our handle is SL_vintage. I run SL Vintage.
curate mostly Nike stuff, as you can see, but we sell vintage rock tees, band tees, rap tees, movies, anything really. It's a wide variety of collection.
How did you get started?
We started maybe 4 or 5 years ago, just reselling when it became a market in Dallas. When we really started taking it seriously after the swap meet events started happening. And but I've been thrifting since I was a kid, you know, growing up, not too much money, and recognizing you could get name brand items at the thrift store if you put in the work for it. And that's how I really started thrifting. But reselling vintage started booming for me as a way to earn a means through the swap meet. So I really do appreciate what they do, and I really do see it benefiting for me and everyone else, all the other vendors.
All right. Do you have like any special items that you have like that are here with you today?
I mean, almost all the Nike stuff is special to me just because you don't find the Nike displays in the thrift. You know, you go out and really look for it, and it's not. All the Nike displays aren't even with the price tag on it. They're not for sale. I have to finagle and I have to come into that store 5-6 times and really sell that piece and really try to get them to sell that piece to me. So I think those are really special because it's a lot of work and time put into those pieces.
Cool. Okay, well that's it.
To the DFW Vintage Swap Meet. We got people from all over the United States. We can say this, and we are blessed. North Carolina traveled, all over Texas, Atlanta, New York. We got food, we got drinks, we got good vibes, we got drinks. Vintage from 70s, 80s, 90s. If you're not here, you gotta come to our next event. You gotta come to our next event. And I'll see you at our next event. Come to me and say what's up. Shout out to A&L, been holding us down. First show, vintage. Go there, you can see everything all your media services you need. A&L, we gonna continue to bring you stuff just like this. DFW Swap Meet, we on to the next one.
Yo, what's up? This is Tony Williams. aka the world famous Tony Williams, aka smooth vocals and all the Kanye stuff, aka no auto-tune needed. But today, it's just Tony Williams representing my vintage line, Space 137 at the DFW's Vintage Swap Meet. You can find us at Space 137 Vintage on all social media. And if you're ever in Dallas, catch us at Lullaby's, Oak Cliff, 1982 Fort Worth Avenue. And my inspiration for this is just, I'm a soul singer, and it's just my vintage style that I draw from when I express musically, and it just kind of ties in hand to hand with the vintage clothing. I've always been a fan of classic styles, and I guess what we regard as vintage anymore. So it just goes in hand with my whole artistry scheme. So yeah, the world famous Tony Williams representing Space 137 Vintage. Peace. Thank you.
My name is Christian. Me and my girlfriend Abby run the shop owner to owner. We are located at Traders Village. The shop, basically we wanted to have like this event, but during the weekends, you know what I mean? And I've been into this vintage game for like a couple of years now, 6 years since high school. And I used to do it way before everybody got into it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My mom used to take me to garage sales, thrift stores, and I was just like all this cool stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just started like buying it for myself at first, just to wear it in high school, because I couldn't afford clothes back then. I couldn't afford like what was trending at the moment.
Right.
And since then I started doing online, and then from online, that's I want to thank Jason for inspiring me with the shop, because if it wasn't for this event, I wouldn't have opened owner to owner at Traders Village, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
We get all kinds of customers out there. They just find me through social media, Instagram.
Oh, through Instagram. Okay.
Through Instagram.
So Instagram is like one of your main drivers?
Yeah, right now it is, because at first I had like small supporters, the very first day I opened up, my small supporters, and then from there it just started growing and growing, and it's still growing.
Yeah.
And I've been open for 4 months at Traders Village with my shop.
Okay.
And it's still growing, I'm trying to give everybody a push with their shops too, motivate them, give them any advice or tips on how to run it too.
Right.
Obviously mine's different because it's at a flea market.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you think I should say besides it's going great.
Yeah, it's going great.
Meeting a lot of people now.
Yeah, might as well keep doing it.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Yeah, for sure, bro.
Like a lot of people here, we try to do nostalgic items, things that kind of bring people back to their childhood. That's kind of why I did the Jordan room, because I wanted people to look inside a 13-year-old room during the 80s, you know what I mean? And so I'm passionate about this stuff, to be honest with you. I don't care if I make a lot of money on this stuff. It's more about people finding stuff that they like as well, and networking and talking to each other about why that piece is cool, So I get excited about finding pieces, because I know that somebody else is going to enjoy it. I'm seeing that.
How long have you been doing this?
For about 4 or 5 years, but I like my own collection of stuff at home. The stuff I would never sell is pretty vast myself. I have a huge Back to the Future collection, like really big. So, and I collect shoes too. So I wear a lot of Jordans and stuff like that. But no. Some of it's estate sales, some is thrifted. I've been doing a lot on Facebook Market Group. It's amazing the stuff you'll find on there. Yesterday, on the marketplace on Facebook, yesterday, someone was selling the costume from Toys R Us, like the whole Jeffrey, like with the polo that says Toys R Us on it, for $750. I would have bought it if I had the money though, because in 20 years that thing's gonna be worth thousands and thousands of dollars. So just cool stuff like that, you know what I mean? But
Yeah, so estate sales, thrift, Facebook market group. I mean,